trying to bring our mind's attention through the study of Bhagavata Mahapurana as well as Adhyatma Ramayana onto the eternal Bhagavan in devotion as well as in knowledge. May this effort of ours be so serious, sincere, regular, and strong that all the layers of ignorance should go away and we should experience the self in us. So, too, the total surrender to the Lord in utmost devotion should bring the Lord's grace in the form of His darshanam and His krupa. May this happen to us, it will happen. Relentlessly, let us do it. With single pointed mind, let us do it. With full faith that through these studies, whatever we learn, and in that whatever is to be practiced, when we seriously, sincerely practice it, the result as said there, the removal of all the Kalidoshas, darshan of the Bhagavan, all should happen to every one of us. May we that way learn to revel in bhakti and jnana rather than suffering in our own minds, imaginations, and samsara. Fully it is in our hands. This way, by trying our best to focus on the Lord through the Shastras, surrendering to Him is called as Mamevaya Prapadyante. When we are totally soaked in devotion to Him only, there is nothing other than it to trouble, disturb us. That is the meaning of Mayam Etam Taranti Te. So, this is how let us do the prapatti to the Lord. Let us do the taranam of this Moha and Maya. Let us give a trial. Lucky we are that the Guru Rishi Parampara are every day giving us this chance, this tuning, this training. Om, Om, Om. Om Sahana Bhavatu, Sahano Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadetamastu, Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sachidanandarupaya Vishwatpatyadihetave Tapatraya Vinashaya Shri Krishnaya Vayan Namaha Nigamakalvatarorgalitam Valam Shukamukadamrtadravasam Pivata Bhagavatam Rasamalayam Muhuraho Rasika Bhuvi Bhavukaha Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Yonta Praveshya Mama Vachamimam Prasuptam Sanjeevayatya Shakti Dharaswadhamna Anyansha Hastacharana Shravana Bhagadina Pranan Namo Bhagavate Purushaya Tubhyam समस्त देवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो ब्राह्मणेभ्यो आचार्येभ्यो भक्तेभ्यो साधुभ्यो साधकेभ्यो तीर्थेभ्यो क्षेत्रेभ्यो नदी नदेभ्यो शास्त्रेभ्यो नमो नमः। ओम समस्त भागवत महापुराण आचार्येभ्यो नमः। परब्रह्मणे महाविष्णवे ब्रह्मणे सनकादिमुनिभ्यो नारदाय वेदव्यासाय सुखब्रह्मर्षे सूतमहामुने शौनकादृशिभ्यो वैशम्पायनादृशिभ्यो अत्र्यादृशिभ्यो मत्स्यादेवतारेभ्यो आदित्यादिनवग्रदेवताभ्यो दक्षिणामूर्ति दत्तात्रेयग्रीवादिगुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीयादिपराशक्तिमात्रे नमः। माता पितृदेवताभ्यो नमः। आद्य शंकराचार्यादिगुरुभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमो नमः। सर्वेषां तेषां गुरूणां देवतानां परब्रह्मणः श्रुतिमातुः अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधसिद्ध्यर्थं पुराणेतिहासोक्त भगवद्भागवत दर्शनानुग्रहानुभवसिद्ध्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकसंस्कृतेः पुनरुत्थानजागरणविश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं तत्कृते कङ्कणबद्धसमस्तसाधकभक्तसेवकोपासक संस्थापकानाञ्जायरारोग्यप्राप्ति समस्त साधना संपदा अनुकूलता प्राप्ति समस्त शत्रु विघ्न निर्मूलन निवारण द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजय प्राप्त्यर्थं श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण शास्त्रस्य दशमस्कन्धस्य द्वादशस्कन्धस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ दशमस्कन्धः, great teachings of Bhagavan Krishna, final teachings, glorious teachings through Gopikas to all of us. We are listening. Out of those 4 topics or 5, first 3 we have seen, 2 topics we have to see. After that, what are the words of Gopikas in response to Bhagavan Krishna's message through Uddhavji, that we will see. So 47th chapter, Urvardham Dashamaskandha. Let us chant from mantra 29 onwards. Let us see. Om Shri Bhagavan Vacha. Om Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Srimad Bhagavatam Puranam Dashamaskandha Purvardha Atha Saptachatvarimshodhyayah. Shri Bhagavan Vacha. Bhavati Nam Yogo Me Nahi Sarvatmana Kvajido Yatha Bhutani Bhuteshu Kham Vayuagnirjalam Mahe Tataham Chamanah Prana Bhutendriya Gunashrayah Atmanyevatmanatmanam Srujehanmyanupalaye Atmamayanubhavena Bhutendriya Gunatmana Atma Jnanamayah Shuddha Vyatirikto Agunanvayah Sushupti Swapna Jagradbhihi Maya Vrittiviriyate Yenendriyarthan Dhyayeta Mrusha Swapnavadutthidah Tannirundhyadindriyani Vinidraha Pratyapadyata Etadantah Samamnayah Yoga Sankyam Manishinam Yagastapodamah Satyam Samudranta Ivapagaha Yatvaham Bhavatinam Vai Dure Varte Priyodusham Manasah Sannikarshartham Madanudhyana Kamyaya Yatha Durachare Preshte Mana Aveshya Vartate Strinam Chana Tatha Chetaha Sannikrishte Kshigochare Mayaveshya Manah Krutznam Vimukta Shesha Vruttiyatu Anusmarantyo Mam Nityam Achiran Mamupaishyatha Yamaya Kridata Ratriyam Vanesmin Vraja Asthidaha Alagdarasaha Kalyanyaha Mapurmadvirya Chindaya Shri Shukavacha Evam Priyatamadishtam Akarnya Vrajayoshidha Ta Uchuruddhavam Pritaha Tat Sandeshagata Smritehi Gopyauchuho Dishtyaito Hatah Kamsa Yadunam Sanugo Bhakruto Dishyaptailabdha Sarvarthaihi Kushalyaste Chutodhuna Kachit Gadagrajah Saumya Karoti Purayoshitam Pritim Naha Snigdha Savrida Asodarekshanaarchitaha Katham Rati Visheshagnaha Priyasya Varayoshitaam Nanubadhyeta Tadvakyaihi Vibhramaishchanubhajitaha Avismaratina Sadho Govindaha Prastude Kvachida Goshti Madhye Purastrinam Gramyaha Swaira Kathantare Taha Kim Nishaha Smaratiya Sutada Priyabhihi Vrindavane Kunda Kunda Shashankaramye Rime Kvanacharananupararasa Goshyam अस्माभिरीडितमनोज्ञकथः कदाचितो अप्येष्यति हदाशार्हः तप्ताः स्वकृतया शुचा सञ्जीवयन्नुनो गात्रैः यथेन्द्रो वनमम्बुदैः तस्मात् कृष्णः इहायाति प्राप्तराज्यो हताहितः नरेन्द्रकन्या उद्वाह्य प्रीतः सर्वसुहृद्वृतः किमस्माभिर्वनौकोभिः अन्याभिर्वा महात्मनः श्रीवदेराप्तकामस्य प्रियेतार्थ कृतात्मनः Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We are seeing Krishna's Sandesha. First Sandesha is very profound. He says, I never miss you because I am not seeing you as Jiva or even Dehadi Upadi Yukta, one Vyakti Vishesha. I am seeing the substratum, the self in you, which is the self in all, so to the self in me. For whatever means or reasons, I developed that drushti. And that self is one. And for you and I also, same sandesha. In Vyavahara, whatever Vyavaharik dharmas we have to do, we do it. In the mana, whatever prema, vatsalya, karuna, which are good values to make life smoother, easier, that also will maintain. But these two should not overpower the truth and reality that everyone is basically in their substratum Nothing but sure Shuddha Paramatma only. That Shuddha Drishti we have to develop. So when I look at you outside, you are Shrotas to me. Inside, I have my respect, gratitude towards you. You are individuals who are coming to class. Beyond that, behind you, what is the self? Behind your Panchakoshas and behind anybody's Panchakosha and behind my own Upadhi, one self only. So that drishti we have to develop. In that way, we never miss anyone in reality. Other than this, at the other levels, when something goes wrong for any reason, then if you hold only on to the earlier two, there will be lot of pain or misery or viyoga dukkha. No, at a higher level of sannyasitva, they just only are seeing, but they themselves have given up their identity with upadhi, then they won't even look at others as upadhis. In everyone, they see same Paramatma. They go on seeing that. Now, that is the only way to get rid of the dukkha which comes because of yoga. And dukkha is not only in yoga, it is in samyoga also. And two people whose prarabdha is very bad come together, nothing but they fight with each other, giving only misery. All of them are there. संयोग वियोग दोनों उपाधि के स्थाई में होते हैं. In the pure self, there is no coming going at all. See, morning visa upasankramati. So all the upasankramanam of the jiva happens in the prakriti janita panchakoshas only. Jiva never gets upasankramita into atma because it's already the self. So there is no coming and going in that. This was the first lesson. Second lesson, Bhagavan says, I with my own Maya Shakti create the world, maintain world and dissolve it. It is only applicable to Bhagavan. We are not the creators, maintainers, dissolvers. The creating Shakti, etc., called as Maya, is only under Bhagavan's control. For us, Maya, we only have to surrender and she just removes her obstructing effects. That's it. For us, Maya is Aradhya. For Bhagavan, she is his consort or she is under his control. Using Maya's three gunas, Bhagavan does Srishti Sthiti Laya. Now, we have to know this Atma Swarupa Lakshanas. Bhagavan said, Atma Jnanamaya Shuddha, then Vyatarikto Agunanvayaha. Yesterday we have exhaustively seen. I am that self who is pure Shuddha Chaitanya Swarupa. Then it is Shuddha in that there is no duality at all. It is one without second. Then Vyatariktaha, it is other than the Panchakoshas or Prakriti or Nama Rupatmaka Jagat or Stula Sukshma Karana or Veshti or Samashti. Agunanvayaha, it is not endowed with, Anvaya means endowing. It is not endowed with gunas, conditioned with gunas. No, it is beyond. Though this state of understanding of the self and abiding in it may take lots of lives, but this is what we have to keep in mind, keep on practicing it. So in this life of ours, because of so many expectations from the people, so many of the attachments, so many of our prarabdhas and vasanas, our bending towards worldliness, upadhitadatmya, attachments to people may be 99%. No problem. At least 1% if we accept these two things. First thing is Atma Swarupa Lakshanas are these. Second is in this Lakshana Yukta Atma, when I get established, I get liberated from all karma phala rupi janma bandhana. Janma marana bandhana. These two, even 1% we gain, that's a substantial gain. In next life, again one more percent, third percent. In 100 lives, 100% is over, which is very small. If somebody wants to do it faster, welcome. Wherein in this very life only we decide none of the any attachment should be there to me. In the next life, oh Bhagavan, Sara Saaf kar do. In next life, straight away, from the beginning only, I try to establish myself in my own essential self. रोज आएगा वो भी 4 5 6 7 में. These are all true. Fact, it's all practical. Is it not? In that our Purushartha is there. Holding on to this thought when we intensify prayer. Prayer is one very beautiful thing. Like, oh Lord, I don't know any spirituality, but I have a little faith in it. Therefore, bless me to have all spiritual knowledge and sadhana and let me reach you. This prayer, even blindly we know that is answered. Problem to God is anything we ask, He'll have to give. So when we ask this one, He will just give. None of us told us, narrow it clicks to us. Even though we are told we don't do this type of prayer, we do only prayers of मुझे ये दे दो वो दे दो बेचारे भगवान को वो देने के लिए हमको बार बार जन्म देना पड़ता है. He'll have to give us again and again human births or any births. Ask for this jnanam, ask for this bhakti. Bhagavan gives that also. Learn that one in our 3 years of satsanga. If some one thing has to be learned is this, pray to Paramatma because we are ashakta. Our manabuddhi are engrossed in the worldliness. It's a known fact. Worldliness, the people, so many our own asaktis, kamanas, bhoga. But we know it is not ultimate. We know we have to be liberated. Therefore, let us know one more thing that if we intensely pray to the Lord, then He will bring us out of all this. That's called Ishwar Pranidhana se Vritti Nirodh Hona according to yoga. Is it not? Same here also. Let us pray to Ishvara, Narayana, Paramatma, Guru, our own Lord, our own Krishna, Bhagavan. Please give me that Uttama Bhakti and Jnanam. Let me enjoy. I am enjoying as Dehi. It's identified with a Deha. But it is endowed with so many compulsions, attachments, miseries and all. As a pure self, there are none of these Panchakosha related problem. It's a blissful thing. It is heard from the Upanishads. All the great rishis, yogis, munis are in that level. Please make me also reach to that. As a मांगने से he will find his own way to bless us with these prayers, answers, these prayers. Definitely answers. Best is that. Har din in Sankalpa as we are doing nowadays, keep on doing. Upanishadukta, Brahmatmaikya Bodha Siddhyartham, Purane Ityasokta, Bhagavad Bhavagata, Darshananugrah Siddhyartham. मजा आएगा. हो गया. आत्मा ज्ञानमय शुद्ध व्यतिरिक्त अगुणान्वय. It is said, and one thing we learned is what? 3 avasthas given to us are to see the fourth Paramatma Swarupa, which is permeating in all the 3, which is supporting all these 3 avasthas. 3 avasthas are not given for us to get lost in them. न सुख में बांधना है 3 अवस्थाओं के, न दुख में बांधना है. उन 3 अवस्थाओं में जो कॉमन डिनोमिनेटर है द प्योर सेल्फ, हमें उसके तरफ जाना है. Don't ask then why these 3 avasthas are given, why Maya, why all the 3 gunas, why each guna creating this avastha, and it is so attracting, so tempting. These prashnas are not answers. You are given the solution. Now slowly come out of the value given to 3 avasthas and focus on that which is there in all the 3 avasthas. बस ये करते जाओ, मुक्ति मिलेगा तुमको. But why I failed? Don't ask that. These are the ways to study. Study well, apply and get passed. Why are you worried it? वो कोई आपको जवाब वो satisfaction देने वाला उत्तर नहीं है. Is it not? Why somebody lied and left? There is no answer. Any answer will not satisfy because your mind is conditioned with dukkha. Just pray. It is natural. You are not the new or first. It goes on happening in life. Every life it happens. You saw it happening to everyone around. You never thought it will happen to you. It happened to you also. Bas. These are the answers. Move ahead. Here also, don't ask how, why Maya. It is there. It has 3 gunas. Because of that only, each jiva gets 3 avasthas. But there is a 4th Turiya Atma, which is supporting all these 3 avasthas. Focus more and more and more and more on that. So I am in Jagrada Avastha. I am a Jagrat Purusha. I am going through Jagrat Anubhav. It is a jiva. But who is supporting this? A question. Nothing but the conscious self is supporting. Therefore, in and through daily activities, entertain the thought. I am the conscious self supporting the experiencer, experience to do, experiencing of the Jagrada Avasthas, every experience. Go on saying, it is a fact. It is a reality. It is the one which gives liberation, not the other one. Yeah, I'm only a perceiver or enjoyer of this thing. I'll be happy only when I get that thing. If not, I'm miserable. These are all concepts. They're all dukkha giving mind's ideas only, projections. In this only we are lost. Please realize what is delusion. In mind's imagination में फंसना ही मोह है. Like the rich people, they are caught up in drinks and drugs. It's only delusion. They are lost in their habit in such a way that they think they can't live without it because they think it is like that. It's not that every drunkard or smoker or the addicted कर करके मरी गए. The very many through the counseling, through their effort, they come out of it. नहीं है क्या ऐसी बात है? मैं तो कहता हूँ ऐसे हजारों लाखों हैं. उनका इंटरव्यूज लेकर सारे जगह प्रचार करना है so that those are addicts they get inspiration from them. The very many who were counseled, who got the guts, who in small little doses they stopped it, now they are free from those things. They're alive, they're active, they congratulate themselves. Like thousands and thousands of converted Christians come back to Hinduism. And they tell, we just went there unnecessarily. They only tortured us, they took money from us, they only troubled us, they only showed all the false hopes. They made us separated from our own other family members. And we were never allowed to go to any of our temples and all. Useless, all that. We just kicked it and came back to Hinduism. Thousands of them are coming back. So do the interview and show it to them, the others. In the same way, this mind, its delusionary projections, say that the world is real and we are lost in that through delusion. We think this is ultimate. So look at the great yogis, bhaktas, mahatmas, who are so divinely experiential. Taking them as an example, we have to tell ourselves also. In that way, जागृत अवस्था को कांकर कर लिया ना, स्वप्न and sushupti is not a worry. Only the whole bandhanam more is in Jagrat because ego is 100% in Jagrat Avastha. And in Sapna, Sushupti is all vague, therefore sadhana is not required, bondage is not that much. But Jagrat se hi Sapna vagara banta hai, all that will not discuss now. But in the Jagrat only, Jagrat Prapancha, Jagrat Anubha, Jagrat Purusha, and support of all these three, Shuddha Chaitanya. I am that, I am that, I am that. This is what is the meaning of Sushupti Swapna Jagrat Vihi, which are Maya Vrittya hai. Through them, Iyate, this Paramatma's existence can be known. He is there karke. But identify with him possible only when we transcend the three avasthas. Meditation is transcending all the three avasthas and entering to the original fourth state of being, in the ignorance of which these three played their own havoc in our life. Keep that in mind. Then Bhagavan said about the next one. Two shlokas we have exhaustively studied. See, just like in the dream, the whole world is projected by the mind. Everything of the world. Dream world mein chara, achara, jada, chetana, everything are there. Interactions were there. Sukha dukkha were experienced. None of them were real projections of mind. So to in the Jagrata also, everything is like that. Therefore, how to reach to Paramatma, Anubhuti, which is beyond three avasthas, especially Jagrata, the projecting mind has to be Nirundhyatu Vinidraha. You understand? By being always alert, don't allow the mind to project. So controlling the mind is called yoga. That takes us to the experience of the real self. That is why etadantah samamnaya. Samamnaya का ये अंत है. सम्यक आमनाय का अंत ये. Samyak Amnaya means all Shastras. Anta means the final purpose is only to teach this. Whether those Amnayas are Yoga ho, ya Sankhya ho, Tyaga ho, Tapa ho, Dama ho, Satya ho. The purpose of all of that is what? Tat Nirundhyatu. That Mana Nirodha. Mana Nirodha. What is Mana Nirodha? As we saw in the morning, again and again, in the Panchamona Vaka of Taittiriya, Bhruguvalli, sorry, Brahmanandavalli, Mana should only have Shastra Ukta mantra in that. Buddhi should have the Jnanam. According to the Jnanam of the Buddhi, the Mana should as a servant function. Mana, all its capacities of every imagination projection should not be allowed to. Buddhi should say like child and father. Why should he think the child? Father is there to tell me what to do, I'll do. Think. So too the father is Buddhi, elder. Let the Buddhi have the Jnanam of Shastra. And this Sharira, Indriya, Mana, Prana Shakti. The purpose of all those is to execute the orders of the Vijnanamaya Kosha. Vijnanamaya Kosha, having known Shastras, it knows all the three. One, what is to be done as dharma. Second, what punya to be done for the future lives to be glorious if he wants. Third, what jnana yajna has to be done with which the self is discovered, mukti is gained. These things are little vague now because we just started listening to Shastras in this very life. But good we started. Continuously when we go on listening, that vagueness goes away, spashtata comes. The more spashta it is, the more we should be convinced to practice. So study Shastra, do your Varnasrama Dharma. Study Shastra and do Punya and Yajna Agadi for your Uttama Loka Prapti. Study Upanishad of Shastra and be spiritually also growing through the Jnana Yajna in knowing your own self. Anything other than three is the Maya of the Mana, Moha of the Mana. And we are all lost 100% in that one. Most of us to a great extent. For the first reason is our buddhi is not equipped with Shastra Jnana. Therefore, we have never have the vision of Atma Tattva Jnana or Jnana Yajna for the moksha. Little bit पुण्य कर्म we do, that's very good. At least थोड़ा उत्तम लोक मिलता है. कुछ लोग करते हैं, बहुत सारे तो वो भी नहीं करते. And many of us don't have the clarity of what is our identity, what is our relation with the things and beings. Therefore, what are my duties? Called as Varnasrama Dharma. And we are going on living life. जीवन ऐसा नहीं जिया जाता by a human being who is supposed to be intelligent. Human beings given intellect's intelligence has to be rightly utilized. The right utilization of intellect is thoroughly understanding the vision to be lived and envisaged by the Lord Himself through Shastra. Tasmat Shastram Pramanante Karya Akarya Vyavastito Jnatva Shastra Vidhanoktam Karma Kartum Iharhasi. See how clear it is. Shastrokta Vidhanam Jnatva Karma Kartum. Karma, let it be Dharma Karma, let it be Punya Karma, let it be Jnana Sadhana Karma. Which we have Shastra mein diya hai. And we are studying Shastras. Only how much interest we are taking in the theme of Shastra, how much we are giving value, importance, seriousness to it, how much we are trying to practice, that is subjective. Diya to ja raha hai. Therefore, all the marmas of all sadhanas is nirodha of the mana. And same thing what we studied in the earlier skandhas is manaparam karanam amananti samsara chakram parivartayet yataha. Is it not? None of the things are cause for adi dukkha and etc. Only the manaha. We have seen that Bhikshu Gita, how exhausting it was. Nayam jano me sukha dukkha hetuho navdevatatma graha karma kalaha mana param karanama mananti samsara chakram parivartayed yatha. So, what are the four thoughts so far discussed? I am not in dukkha viyoga. First. Second, because I identify the Atma Vastu. Third one, I only am the creator, maintainer, dissolver. Fourth one, the self of me or you or everyone is having these lakshanas. Next one is what? It is a maya, which is not, it is a mana, which is not allowing us to experience that self. Therefore, the purpose of all sadhanas is to do the nirodha of the mana so that the self is experienced as it is and that self is beyond these three avasthas. These three avasthas are nothing but the maya expressing as the mana, expressing as triguna. Okay, maya is equal to mana. Maya has got three gunas. Therefore, mana also has got three gunas. Therefore, the three gunas of the mana, when it is satvika guna pradhamikata, you are in jagrata avastha. Rajoguna pradhanata, swapna avastha. When the mana is in tamoguna pradhanata, it is nidra avastha. Therefore, mana conquering is conquering all these three avasthas. So, tamas dissolve in rajas, rajas dissolve in sattva. Sattva is used for the jnanam. In the jnanam, sattva also is transcended. Then the gunas have gone, maya is gone, the mind is gone, the self is experienced. देखो ये ज्ञान किसको मिलता है, किनको ये किस्मत है, पर मिलने के बाद भी if you don't understand use it, then we are not putting due efforts. Let us try. Every day pray, O Lord, these sublime knowledges you are giving me, but give the capacity also to understand, to accept them, to abide by them, to achieve through them your feet. So these are the four things we have discussed. Now fifth one, more practical. Why I went away, kept you away from me away from you. Little very important thought. You know, very important, deep. I have to explain 2-3 hours this thought. अब हजारों एग्जाम्पल्स लेकर बोलना पड़ेगा. भगवान बताऊं कि नहीं, नहीं बताऊं कि बताऊं तो नहीं. He will tell me. Anyway, in short, I will explain. यत्तु अहम भवतीनां वै दूरे वर्ते. प्रियः दृशां. So भवतीनां प्रियः, भवतीनां दूरे अहम दृशे वै वर्ते, दूरे वर्ते. दृशां दूरे. Drusha means drushti, dure means dur mein, varte means whom I. Why I am very far away from you, even though you love me, I love you? This is a big question. There is no problem regarding love. Krishna has prema for them. They also have that prema for Lord. Then why did you keep us away, oh God? वो लड़ाई झगड़ा हो तो दूर होने का कोई मतलब है. How come you kept us away? Important thing for all of us. Throughout life you have to remember. The answer is what? मनसः सन्निकर्षार्थम. मनसः सन्निकर्षार्थम and mad anudhyana kamya. I am desirous of you to take me close in your heart, not outside physically, and also for you to remember me all the time. The reason he will give in the next sloka. But 2-3 minutes of explanation it requires. See what happens, when we are with whomever beloved so close, physically if we are close, in that assurance of physical being together, we take that person for granted. Then expectations grow, point one. Looking from the sthula sharira point only remains there, point two. Point three, what happens? Then only sthula sharira related interactions only will happen. We don't enter into the manasika level of interaction which is more purer than the sthula. Then at the manasika level, if you don't come together, how can you come together in the atmiya sthiti? Finally is the self in me, in self in all is same. In fact, other than the self, whether it is panchakoshas or anything, which you call as self or real, they are real hainemo first of all. This 1,000 times we studied, the ornament is never real. Gold alone is real. Upadis are never real. The self permeating in all of them is real. On the self only, a Vichitra Shakti called as Maya has projected the world of Rupa Nama, very enchanting, and we are lost in that non-real projection at the cost of reality. This Gambhira Jnana, jab tak dil mein nahi baithta na, any of the other thoughts you will not appreciate or cherish. They all appear to be something is taken away from us because of this knowledge. Better we don't go to listen to this Vedanta. This is how people run away. Basic thing is, Paramatma is the reality. Whole world, how much ever now it is becoming real, appearing real, is only projection on him. Without him, the world cannot be. And if at all you need Sukham, and that also real Sukham, that also permanent Sukham, that will be only on that Vastu which is real, which is permanent, and that is Atma only. Anything other than that is unreal, impermanent. How can you expect real Sukha from that? Today in Telugu class and morning, both classes we discussed that. What is the whole samsara, what is the sadhana, what is siddhi. These three things we discussed in Telugu class for 30 minutes. Samsara is trying to procure the temporary, impermanent things. Even after procuring them, trying to make them permanent, which is impossible. That is called as samsara. जो परमानेंट नहीं है, शाश्वत नहीं है, उसको पकड़ने का प्रयत्न, पकड़ कर भी उसको परमानेंट बनाने का प्रयत्न इज संसार 100%. What is sadhana? Trying to understand and hold which is permanent. What is siddhi? Holding the permanent actually in experience. That's it. Moksha. And permanent is only self. Everything comes and goes. After holding the self permanent, then you can play with the temporary. Is it not? Temporary. This is how the life has to be understood. So, here what we are seeing, discussion, physical proximity, say, looking at each other at physical level, and also the devaluation of the each person happens. You know, the Vishwavikyata Maha Guru koi hai aaj, mano. You are staying with him for 2-3 years, mano. You will not have value for him. That is why any disciples are very close to Guru physically. They don't value Guru that much. Except one or two, whom the Guru has controlled with his tapashakti, so that he has to get the work through them. Baki sab, they take him for granted. That's it. And therefore, Bhagavan is redefining prema here. Prema is manasaha sannikarsha. At the mind level, you have to have the proximity. Now, if you can really forego and transcend the command demand of being together physical and understand and accept that at the mind level is true love, you know, you can love anyone at your mind level. Not only your own people who have left you, the parents kaho, वो तो हमेशा आंख बंद करते मन में. I even now remember my mother's words, father's words, my brother's words, and all of them. Where is they missed? Nothing is missed. Manasa Sannikarsha. Is it not? And Deha Sannikarsha permanent nahi hai. Manas ka Sannikarsha, up to as long as I am alive, I can have that prema. After we leave this body, then all this is gone. पता नहीं पिछले जन्म का कौन भाई बंधु है, वो याद है क्या? That itself is a proof that nothing is real or permanent for a sincere person. All the bakwas. If you can really understand that, there are so many Vedantic songs and they are called as Tattva Gitas. Telugu में बहुत सारे हैं. They just brush aside like that. They are nothing real. Anyway, that's a higher. Everyone will have to reach to that one day. But that is a thing to be reached healthily only after understanding what is the ultimate truth. अल्टीमेट ट्रुथ के दृष्टि से ऐसा वैसे हैं उसको पाने के लिए. अदरवाइज हो नहीं पाया, ये छोड़ दिया, विल बी इन ए कंफ्यूज्ड स्टेट. वी शुड नॉट बी लाइक दैट. दैट्स व्हाई दोस टॉकिंग्स वी डोंट डू मच. वी टॉक मोर ऑफ द सेल्फ. फॉर द सेल्फ एक्सपीरियंस दीज बीइंग ऑब्स्ट्रक्शंस, देयरफॉर वी एक्सप्लेन द वे टू डिवैल्यू इट. दैट्स इट. भगवान सेज भगवान मम मनसः सन्निकर्षात्, मनसः सन्निकर्षार्थम. And this is a test. See, if you really have a love for a person, even if it's far off physically, you should have that love in the mind. If a person is gone away physically, in the mind, if the love is gone, the love was never real inside. It's only gross level of vyapara like love. Such people, when somebody goes away, then they forget those people and they are going to other persons for their own benefits. That's why in Indian system of things, once husband died or died, there's no second marriage. You whole life live only remembering him. That's it. That's a true prema, and that's what puts all regulations and disciplines etc. to the life. Otherwise, like animal, इसको छोड़ा, उसको शादी का, इसको छोड़ दे, जीते जीते, not even मरे. That is only physical at the gross level. Some monetary benefit, some cash. Pure love, actually love is in giving. When you give, how can you break up? लेने के टाइम ही दे मिलता नहीं तो ब्रेकअप होता है. Just imagine a state of mind, which is only imagination nowadays, that you are married to husband or wife only to give them. Then you will never have problem, because a person who demands, he only will create problem for himself and others. That's how before marriage, those boy, girl, useless fellows, they only come together on the strength of giving. Therefore, in spite of each other's stupidity, they come together. Murakh log. And once married, then slowly giving khatam ho gaya, demanding shuru hoti hai. Now they can't give each other what each other demand. They say chal depart. 2 महीने में तलाक. He demands respect and all. She also says, मैं भी तुमसे थोड़ा ज़्यादा पढ़ी हूँ. मैं भी नौकरी कर. What a nonsense. Where is the love there? Not only wife and husband relation, every relation. देखो, professionally you are a boss, a subordinate. You will command the work and he also should do salutation, enough. But heart in heart there should be a togetherness of love, bond, है ना. प्रेम से ही दुनिया बांधती है. बिना प्रेम का सब टूट जाता है, बिखर जाता है. और प्रेम का एक्सप्रेशन है देने में, नॉट लेने में. लेना इज राग, आसक्ति, संसार, बिजनेस. अंडरस्टैंड इट. प्रेम है गिविंग. I think like that. If somebody died, I close eyes and see, did I give him sufficient what I could have given? I have given. Thank you. Wherever he goes, let him be happy. Because I am a giver. So if something I missed to give, chalo, through some of the santarpanas or the dana dadi, I will give him. If I decide as a giver, I am not suffering. Because the giver can give to anyone. इसको जाने दो और एक को दे देंगे. But receiver, receiving only for one fellow and he dies, then you suffer. अरे यार, मुझे देने वाला कोई है ही नहीं. Be a giver, then you will never suffer any departures. So Bhagavan says, Manasah Sannikarshartham. Is it clear? Second is important. Mad Anudhyana Kamya. That's what I said in the beginning. When the person is in physical proximity, we don't value. You know, pati घर में है, तो she is busy in that patila. But when he is in the office, we have 10 minutes, 15 minutes late हो गया, अनुध्याना. Evening 4 only she starts thinking कि अभी ऑफिस बंद करके निकल रहे होंगे, बस चढ़े होंगे, कोई भी है. Till he comes at home, she thinks only of him. And after coming home, बर्तन धो लो, खाना बनाओ. तुम क्या करोगे? मैं अपने मायके में बात करूँ. She will busy. Don't we see it every day? भगवान says, when I am near, you don't care. मतलब भगवान ने कहा का अर्थ क्या हुआ? He must have experienced that. You know, till he comes back from the forest, you know, that गायों को चराकर, they were waiting for him. Once he comes, they look at them and they feel happy and they go inside. So when they know that he is here, they are not thinking. So when he is in the forest, they are thinking about him more. Therefore, better let me go to Mathura, let them think about me more. But Anudhyan, and it is a test again, I said. A true love never ends till the body falls. Is it not? Of anything. It can be your mother, father, you can brother, sister. It won't, if it's a pure love, not a selfish wala. And I say, हर एक बंदे के जीवन में कुछ लोग होते हैं whom we can't forget throughout life. Is it not? We remember. And we, because busy in so many things, our goal being Paramatma, even these also we transcend. Oh, the ek janam ke maa baap hai. Then higher philosophy we have to use there. Is it not? You have to use a high dose of medication you have to use. I myself am not Deha. I am only Jiva. जीव के तो हजारों लाखों माँ बाप होते हैं हर जन्म में. जीव का तो होते ही नहीं, देह के होते हैं. And he enters into that deha throughout life, out of thanks to for them to give that deha, he goes on serving and acting. Yes, you all know all that. I will not explain all that. When we are talking the truth, the tattva, the devotion, these are all secondary, you understand it. We have discussed in our lower text all these things. Therefore, Manasah Sannikarshartham Mad Anudhyana Kankshaya. Clear? For you to have me in more proximity at the mind level. Second, so that you can think about me more and more. Bhagavan himself gives logic. Yes, yatha durachare preshte. Just like, as much, the most dearest one is very far away, mana avishya vartate, as much the mind is in him aveshita, strinam cha, especially of the strees, natata chetaha sannikrishte akshigochare, अब बहुत पास में है, आंखों से दिख रहे हैं, उनके प्रति उतना मन नहीं रहता जिनके प्रति जो वो रहता है जब वो दूर होते हैं. That's what I said. Love your husband so much. He is very nearby. You will not have that much prema. But when he has gone for his duty and all, that time. That rule I am using here. Therefore, I kept away myself so that you test yourself. If you love me, then all the time you do my own dhyana in the manner. And the benefits will be, as I told you, you transcend loving at the sthula sharira level. That's the greatest achievement. You don't put a condition for the love, the proximity and stulata. Like if I have conquered this, ki my parents are guru, anybody, need not be in the physical proximity and stulata. In my mind also, with the memories they gave, I can remember them, I can devote to them. I have transcended stulata. And stulata may always, there is a problem of modifications, deaths, disappearances, or distances, कुछ भी हो सकता. These all are possible for physical. But in the mind, no. Is it not? Anytime I can, now I close my eyes. Even 50, 60 years back, left grandfather, grandmother, I can remember them. Okay? Think about it. It's your choice. In mana, you want to become closer through devotion and love, or at the stula level, which is not permanent, you want to suffer. And in a common sense parlance also is the same thing. Whoever is respectful to us, when we are very close to them, we lose all our respect to them. That's why the point of respect should not be frequented. That's why the temples we are not allowed inside. सिर्फ पुजारी ही अंदर है. इसलिए हम लाखों जाकर उनको दूर प्रणाम. ज्यादा फ्रीक्वेंटली जाओ तो वैल्यू नहीं होता. This is true. That is how the mind functions. So Bhagavan gave the answer why he kept himself away from them, so that in the mind they should have more closeness with the Lord and they should go on doing the anudhyana. Thus, the compulsion of the insistence of physical proximity, you transcend. And in the mind, you just devote to me. Okay? Now, this fourth thing we have discussed. 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth. The last one is, therefore, what sadhana to do? Bhagavan concludingly says here. 1. Mai aveshya manaha krutsnam. Whole mind of yours should be only aveshita on me. Krutsnam manaha mai aveshya. Okay, your mind is only towards me. Now here Krishna is not a Gwala Bala or Nandeshada Putra. Now he is Bhagavan. Don't miss that thought. Bhagavan never asked them to devote to him as a human being at the physical level. That is Jaratva then. How can he can project or propound that? Now he says as a Lord. So while doing so, you are in your own family. Whatever duties you have to do, you do them. And while doing so, whatever the prema we have to express, we express. You have to have your prema to mother, father, mother-in-law, father-in-law, your husband, your devar, your nanad, your children. वो सब तो वहाँ मैकेनिकल मत रहो, वो प्रेम से ही रहो. But your main tuning is to the Lord. This is what we are talking from last couple of days or weeks. Hrudistam kuru keshavam, hrudistam kuru keshavam, hrudistam kuru keshavam. You know, right from beginning, the wife and husband should decide. We stay together for this time only. Both of us independently should be devoted to God. Let us help each other in devoting, in growing in devotion also. That is the ideal way of the real life of a family or couple. But who are teaching this? Who have that capacity to? They are coming together so close, so much in attachment. First, they are forgetting Lord. Then this attachment is out of expectation. Therefore, they fight with each other. Then they separate from each other and they never have devotion to God. Then that is how the whole mind is devil playing a havoc of frustration, misery, and dukkha. Now imagine other things we are brought together by the divine grace. So let us eke out whatever prarabdha, no doubt, and gratitudes to each other we have. But let both of us again thank the Lord through our upasana. That is why पति पत्नी को मिला कर ही बिठा कर ही पूजाएं कराते हैं, यज्ञ कराते हैं. If he encourages her, very good, be devoted to God. If she encourages him, what an ideal way it is. देखो, and I consider that those, as we always say, those are the ideal parents who, along with giving them the children money, education, etc., settlement, giving love, receiving love, along with that, if the parents have tuned the children to the Lord, they are the complete parents. If the last one is not done, they are immature. So do wife and husband. Mutually they should tune each other to the divine. That Tulsidaji's wife, she said, he got tuned, he has become such a great saint. All credit is hers only. So too the Maitreya. When he said, I want to go, sir, जाइएगा, मुझे भी ज्ञान देकर जाइएगा. That possessiveness of the wife, that he should be here only, serve me only. And she also thinks, what a wretched family it is. I don't understand. I don't accept it to be. No Shastra accepts it to be the true living of human. Shastra tells for the Patni that the Pati is the Daivam. For her to tune to him so much that she is not distracted anywhere. But the Pati should know that while taking care of her, he should direct her mind toward the Lord also. Because he should see the Jiva in her. Jiva should always tune to the Lord. That Jiva in this world has come as a woman, and because of some type of arrangement, she became his wife. That's it. पहले नहीं थी जन्म से. Is it not? Who don't know who marries who? So too, he should take care of her all the way required, because she gives all comforts and khana. Then she also should encourage him. Have you done your today's puja? Did you study your shastra today? Have you meditated? ऐसा करना चाहिए. उल्टा हो गया अभी. If my husband goes to satsanga, he may leave me. And if she goes to satsang, he says, जाओ. क्या समझे 3 साल से सत्संग में आ रहे हैं, फिर भी मेरे को नहीं छोड़ रही है. What are you wanting? I want to marry someone. What happened? Nonsense in the world. Adhyatmik. Dharmecha, arthecha, kamecha together. But mokshe, each one will have to encourage other. In wife-husband relation. Any. So here Bhagavan says, Manaha Vayavesha Manaha Krutsnam. Yeah? Krutsnam here means mind is not leaking through sense organs into sense objects. Your mind should be fully focused on me. That's why Vimukta Ashesha Vrittiyat. Other than your mind has vritti of me, no other vritti should be there in your mind. If you can reach to that level. Anusmarante hamam. How do you do that? When you do the my smarana, nityam anu. Nityam is continuously. Anu means without break. Anusmarantyaha nityam. If you do that, what will happen? Achirat mam upaishyasi. Then the jiva in you, like in the Vijnanamaya Kosha, doing Mahadharma Upasana, it is the same thing. वो थोड़ा वेद भाषा है, वेदांत भाषा, it is bhakti भाषा. Achiran mam upaishyasi. Very soon you will reach me. So, Maya Veshya Manaha Krutsnam, Vimukta Ashesha Vritti. Whole mind is only focused on me. There is no other vrittis entertained. And this stage you will achieve when you are doing my smarana, Nityam and Anu. Then Achirat, when this practice is done, very soon you will reach me. What you are reaching me here? That oneness with the Lord is experienced by them. Bhagavan will dissolve the Jiva Bhava in them. Bhagavan will give Atma Bhava. From the Atma Drushti, I am always one with the Lord. This becomes a very, very important sadhana. He gives an example. What is that? Ya maya kridata ratriyam vane अस्मिन् वजे आस्थिताः अलब्धरासजाः कल्याण्याः. When I was playing Rasa Krida, many were there, but some of them could not come. But Ma Apuhu, but they also reached me, Madvirya Chintaya, because they were always in the contemplation of me. No, I have to share, okay, some कभी कभी तो बोलना बनता है for you, the serious sincere seekers, is what? A stage of Nirantara Smarana of the Lord and Guru. If you do know, one thing happens in heart. That one thing is called as हो गया. हो गया. क्या हो गया? मैं उनका हो गया. तो अनुभव आता है. लाइक निरंतर हनुमान उपासना कर करके उस हनुमान भक्त को एक दिन सडनली हो जाता है वो. आई एम नॉट एन इंडिपेंडेंट एंटिटी एनी मोर, आई एम हिज. हो गया बस. देन ऑल अदर एक्टिविटीज नॉर्मली हैपन. Nothing abnormality, but it clicks inside. I am never away, apart, independent from it. होता है like गुरु के साथ. When I am in my deep devotion to Guru with my gratitude, हो जाता है एक दिन. अगर वो किस्मत है कि मैं उनका हूँ भाई, I am not separate from him and I don't belong to anyone else. The Bhaktya Meerabai, the Hanuman ji, the Naradas, the Prahladas, वो क्या हो गए? वो उनके हो गए. उनकी हो जाना. अंडरलाइन दिस पॉइंट. दैट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ हियर कि अनित्यम अचिरात माम उपैष्यथा. एग्जाम्पल ही गिव्स. You came, Rasa Krida we had, and you thought yourself to be egoistic, selfish. I ran away also. I proved to you. But there were some could not come physically there. But they were doing my chintana in my mind. Therefore, such kalyanya, those some of the gopis, ma means mam apuhu padvirya chintaya. They have experienced their oneness with me. They are with their own husband or their own, in-laws. हम सब कर रहे हैं. But inside they are one with the Lord. How many of the great men, women, bhaktas in the world continued their normal life outside, but inside they have become one with the divine. Like Prahlad. He made whatever father told, जाके पढ़ बेटा पढ़ लिया वो. He was never fighting with father outside. But inside, I'm not there, Papa. What you tell, I want to do, but I can't. It is a manufacturer's defect. By birth only, I am lost to Narayana. I can't think otherwise, Papa. की करा? बताओ. I cannot. महाराज जी, underline this word. हो जाना. हो गया कि नहीं देखो अंदर. हो रहा है कि नहीं? अभी नहीं हो रहा है. अभी स्टार्ट ही नहीं हुआ अपन का गाड़ी. We are still in the in middle one. Should we get lost in the world or start spirituality? हम अभी इसी चिंतन में है, अभी इसी वहम में, डर में. बट जिसने निर्णय कर लिया करना, करते करते उनका हो जाते. लाइक वन थिंग हो गया कि वी विल नॉट लीव आवर शास्त्र स्टडी. हो गया कि नहीं? आई डोंट नो. मुझे तो हो गया. And I get every day 100 obstructions, inner and outer, either to test me or to strengthen my commitment for my study of Shastra. Very terrible they come. It can be in the form of tamoguna. The big reason is what? Nobody listens and all classes. Why should I talk to them? I can do my own study. Even those who come irregular, insincere. These are all mind's projections, which I need not bother. My bother should be, am I studying Shastra or not? Am I doing Seva or not? But the mind has its own tricks. Mind only does everything. No, it will give all reasons for me, for taking me away. To conquering them, that is our job. वो हो रहा है. जब होगा तो हो गया. like गुरुदेव. Throughout life, he never left Shastra Pravachanam. उनका हो गया वो. Through that Tattva Bodhanam. That's the only thing. उनका हो गया वो. Practically. Outside. Inside his experience, उनका कभी का हो गया हो. When he was with his Guru, Shivananda Bhagavan and Tapovan Bhagavan. वही हो गया वो. जो होना था मेन बात. अंडरस्टूड? हो गया. Mamupayishyasi. These gopikas who have never came to Rasa Leela. So what Bhagavan hinting there? The love for me of those who devoted to me in their mind are reaching me more quicker than those who seek the physical outer proximity and condition. कि आप फिजिकली सामने हो तभी मैं प्यार करूंगा, आप दूर हो तो मैं नफरत करूंगा, then it is not a sign of pure love at all. Is it not? Love unites once and once for all. How beautiful that. In that way we can unite with everybody in the world. हमको ना प्यार एक ना ऐसा चीज होना चाहिए कि हम किसी को भी प्यार करना हमको नॉट आ सकते. प्योर लव, द डिवाइन लव वी कॉल इट एज, which has no bounds, no bargainings, no means, nothing. The pure love. Is it not? No bounds, no bargains, no means. Sometimes means can be used, but the through means only love need not express. Sometimes it's so required. Like the disciple who leave the Guru. Guru never leaves them. He always has love. Because they are not coming, no, he can't help them with the classes or knowledge. What can he do? But he will have that thing always. Yeah, some classes they came, God bless them. He only loves. Clear? Now, having said this, now, evam priyatama adishtam akarnya. Now, Shukadevji is telling Parikshit, in this way, having heard the message of Krishna from Uddhavji, Vrajayoshitaha, all these Vrajayoshitas, ta uchuhu Uddhavam, they spoke to Uddhavji, pritaha. They were now very happy. Tat sandesha agata smritihi. All of them got the knowledge gained by the sandesha given by Krishna through Uddhavji. Then what they spoke is a cute thing. Tomorrow we'll see. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Guru Bhyo. Om Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama Shri Bhagavata Sharanam Mama Shri Sadguru Sharanam Mama Shri Suta Sharanam Mama Shri Shukadeva Sharanam Mama Shri Vyasa Sharanam Mama Shri Narada Sharanam Mama Shri Kumara Sharanam Mama Shri Brahma Sharanam Mama Shri Vishnu Sharanam Mama Shri Parabrahma Sharanam Mama Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama Sharanam Mama Sharanam Mama Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Om Mukam Karoti Vachalam Angum Langhayate Girim Yat Prabhatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam Sarge Satyeja Kailase Vaikunte Nasti Ayam Rasaha Atapyavam Sadbhagyaha Mama Munjada Garejada Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Srimad Bhagavatam Mahapuranam Dvadasha Skandaha Avasascha Nirodhascha Yadashadhyavasiyate Tadashraya Param Brahma Paramatmeti Sabhyate Om Ata Trutiyodhyayah Shri Shukavacha Kalau Narajan Jagatam Param Gurum Trilokanatha Natapada Pankajam Rayena Martyaha Bhagavantamachyutam Yakshanti Pashanda Vibhinna Chetasaha Yannamadheyam Mriyamana Aturah Patan Skalanva Vivasho Brunan Puman Vimukta Karmargala Uttamam Gatim Prapnoti Yakshanti Natam Kalau Janaha Pumsam Kalikrutam Doshan Dravya Deshatma Sambhavan Sarvana Harati Chittasthaha Bhagavan Purushottamaha Sutaha Sankirtito Dhyataha Pujitaschadruto Piva Andrunam Dhanoti Bhagavano Rutsto Janmayutashayam Ashubham Yatahem Nistito Vahnihi Durvarnam Hanti Dhatujam Evamatmagato Vishnuhu Yoginam Ashubhashayam Vidyatava Prana Nirodha Maitri तीर्थाभिषेकव्रतदानजप्यैः नात्यन्तशुद्धिं लभतेऽन्तरात्मा यथा हृदि स्थे भगवत्यनन्ते तस्मात् सर्वात्मना राजन् हृदिस्थं कुरु केशवं म्रियमाणो हि अवहितः ततो यासि परां गतिं म्रियमाणैरभिध्येयः भगवान् हरिरीश्वरः आत्मभावं नयत्यङ्ग सर्वात्मा सर्वसम्भवः कलेर्दोषनिधे राजन् अस्ति ह्येको महान् गुणः कीर्तनात् एव कृष्णस्य मुक्तसङ्गः परं व्रजेत् कृते यत् ध्यायतो विष्णुं त्रेतायां यजतो मखैः द्वापरे परिचर्यायां कलौ तद्धरिकीर्तनात् इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायां 12 स्कन्धे तृतीयोऽध्यायः। ओम श्री शुकदेवोपदेशः नाम तृतीयोऽध्यायः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। Yes, dear friends, what a colossal, beautiful, complete topics we are discussing. Whether it is in Upanishad, Yoga Darshanam, Gita, and other Upanishad, even here 10th Bhagavata Skandha, 12th Skandha, or even Adhyatma Ramayanam, Lalita. All our 8 classes are very beautiful. See, 8 classes, सुबह 2, दोपहर 2, अभी 4. 4 में 2 बार भागवत हो गए, एक रामायण हो गए, एक ललित. Every one of them are of full. Only is our minds are to be without distraction, fully attentive, with full Shraddha. Then we could really enjoy. More and more learning. If that learning become practical, nothing like that. So in this Dvadasha Skandha, Trutiyodhyayah, Sri Shukadevji's final words of advice to Parikshitji and all of us is what? Come what may, make Narayana stay in your heart. Hridaya. Yes. Feel that urge. Narayana Rupa, Narayana Ram Nama, Narayana Leelas, Narayana Guna, Narayana Dhama, Narayana Swarupa. पूरा में उसमें रहकर रमने से the jiva in me purified of all his vasanas, the jiva merges in Paramatma. If that is not done, the jiva gets guided by the upadhi. For the sukha bhoga of the upadhi, he depends on things and beings of the world. Then he gets engrossed in the runanubandha to go on getting births again. So this life, if I take something from you, that runa will make me born next life and to give you. And then you take it and again runagrasta, then for receiving from you, again I will be born. In this way, हमारा चक्कर जीव का चलता ही रहता है. Continuing in samsara of janma marana. Do you want that bondage? You go through. उसमें आपको मजा आ रहा है तो. But a real thinker understands that these are all limited experiences. When the infinite bliss is possible, why not make it? Is it not? Why only hanker behind the temporary things? Out of crores, you see, getting satisfied in the temporary happinesses is nature of all jiva. Among those, kaschit deraha, one rare jiva gets clicked to him that why not I go for permanent? He alone becomes spiritual. Permanent bliss Paramatma में है. Permanent bliss seek करने वाला seeker only becomes the adhyatmic sadhaka. Why all others are not adhyatmika? They are happy with the temporary pleasures gained through the shabda sparsha rasagandha or the emotions or attachments or the things and beings of the world. They are lost in that. For they are not informed also that there is a permanent bliss here. Even Naitra Upanishad and all understanding being with one with the self is an eternal, immutable, changeless, birth deathless bliss. Then let us seek that. Okay, so there are how many things? Removal of the Kali doshas from the heart. Then the jiva who because of the vasanas was running behind the world should now try to discover the same Lord in his own heart. In the technical language Vedanta, Naham Jivaha Paratma Aham, that experience. in the heart. He should seek it. That is eternal, that is ultimate. इसका हमारे लिए आस्था नहीं है हमारे को इसके प्रति, या समझ नहीं है, मतलब sufficient shastras we have not studied. Study them. And these are all very high level of teachings, which if it is 100 rungs, let us say steps, at the second or third step study only we are doing the study of the Bhagavatam. हम तो छोटे बच्चे हैं, but a small level study we are doing of Bhagavata, the sublimity of Bhagavata, understood only by when Shukadevji says, and the listener is Parikshit. Neither I am Shuka nor you are Parikshit. यार बच्चे लोग, तो हमको उतना ही समझ में आता है, चलो खेल रहे हैं, उससे ही धीरे धीरे हम आगे बढ़ेंगे. So we have to study these two shlokas today, where particularly Shukadevji is teaching Sri Parikshit ji. पक्का बता रहे. What is that? Yesterday we touched that. Tasmat sarvatmana rajan hrudistham kuru keshavam. Hey rajan, keshavam hrudistham kuru. See to it, ensure that in your hridaya Keshava is permanently established. Hrudistham, hrudi में स्थित हो गए केशव, ऐसा करो. And how to do? Sarvatmana. Sarvatmana means what? First, feel the wholeheartedly the feeling that I must establish Keshava in my hridaya. First Sarvatmatva is this. Then second Sarvatmatva is, for that anything the obstruction, ready to give up. Anything that is to be sacrificed, ready to sacrifice it. Any tough tapasya we have to go through, of various upasanas, go through. That type of thing is called Sarvatmana. So Sarvatmana, if you have to say it in English, by all means, in all ways, by all possible practices, with all your seriousness and sincerity, all that put together is called as Sarvatmana. Sarvatmana hridistham kuru keshavam. सर्वात्मना में पहले तो भाव 100% होना है. I'll have to make हृदय में भगवान को बिठाना. I want to see that in my heart only the Lord is seated permanently. There is a conviction level of sarvatmana. Then that won't happen easily. We have to remove so many obstructions. You have to remove so many of your own. You have to sacrifice so many of the things. And then you have to practically do some things. All of that do again sarvatmana sincerely. If that sarvatmana is not there, either at the conviction level that I want to make the Lord establish in my heart, or if the sarvatmana is not there, some people have their conviction, but when some obstacles are there to be given up, at that time again say nahi hoga mere se, or some temptations which they have to give up, that time they say no, ye chota padega to nahi. Like people in the shop go, they like the object, they want to buy, and the moment before deciding the buying, they look at the price tag. इमेट उसको देखकर हाँ इतना महंगा मेरे को नहीं चाहिए. होता है कि नहीं? In the same way, to make the Lord stationed in our heart permanently, ये बहुत महंगा वाला issue है. We have to do the earlier sadhanas of Shrutaha, Sankirtitaha, Dhyataha, Pujitaha, Adhrutaha continuously. That is one thing to be done, which is very tough. Before that, all our identity with the Dehadi and the Sukha Bhoga sought for them, for that depending and attachment to the things and beings and various activities, सारे हमको त्याग करना पड़ता है. That is called Sarvatmana. So in your conviction, Sarvatmana, in your efforts, whether they are wanting to sacrifice something or doing something, उसमें भी आपको सर्वात्मत्व होना चाहिए. या सर्वात्मा is not the self of all. The word is him. Sarvatmana means by all means. By all your intensities, sincerities, etc. Like a person want to have his own house. Money is not sufficient, but his desire is very strong. Talks to his wife. She also yes. कमरे में ये क्या कहते हैं, rented में क्यों रहे ना, own. Then they try and make a house. That effort is sarvatmana. First is both of them decided होना चाहिए. Then first all the bank, GPFs, etc. they bring. Every of their गहना वगैरह they keep. And again they take loans free of interest. If anybody can give, उनसे ले ले. Then any more money required, then they go for some बैंक वगैरह आजकल लेते हैं हाउसिंग डेवलपमेंट लोन्स हो गया सर्वात्मना दे आर डूइंग देन दे गेट द कॉन्ट्रैक्टर्स दे रिक्वेस्ट देम समहाउ देखते देखते उनका अपना घर बनता है इन दैट एनीवेयर दे मिस आफ्टर डिस्कस नहीं हम कहाँ बना सकते नहीं होगा let us live only in the rented house for this life. If their pessimistic view is there, that is not Sarvatma Bhava, Sarvatmana, then they won't even start on it. Okay? Second step जाएंगे नहीं वो लोग. Third step, fourth नहीं होता. Everywhere, some cricket teams, Sarvatmana, we have to win the World Cup. वो जीत ही लेते हो. We want to win the tennis का. वो जी political parties, कुछ भी करके हमको कोशिश. See that how other RRR, Sarvatmana, how many crores spent for publicity, which is not a part of Oscar, but then that's how it had to be made popular. Sarvatmana. हो गया मिल गया कि नहीं सर्वात हनुमान जी सर्वात्मना ही tried never he could find Sita ji. Sri Ram ji सर्वात्मना he went there to protect Sita ji, then he killed Ravana everything. हमारे में क्या है ना तो आधा दिमाग होता है आधा दिल होता है with half mind or half heartedness we can never सर्वात्मना is whole heartedness not with a heart with a whole but whole heartedness सर्वात्मना लाख कोशिश करो हर कोशिश करो see to it that you become India has to protect it from borders at the borders therefore sarvatmana get the money from the people and spend for defense system and strengthen it sarvatmana make India proud in the whole world should be respecting India तो सर्वात्मना कोशिश हो रहा है हमारा वैल्यू बढ़ रहा है पाकिस्तानी लोग इंडिया को अप्रिशिएट कर रहे इससे बड़ा 8th वंडर हो सकता है क्या बिकॉज सर्वात्मक कृषि is it not sarvatmana that parents want to get their daughter married sarvatmana they do it a businessman sarvatmana nothing is easy place life में ना इवन मरण भी आसान से नहीं होता उसके लिए मेहनत करनी पड़ती है उस समय होता है जब होना है तू जल्दी जल्दी करो तो नहीं होता हाथ पैर टूटते हैं लेकिन मरते नहीं that is worst understood there are people sarvatmana and nothing happens without effort and wholehearted effort the artists everyone of them sarvatmana and karte they when they become famous limelight then you interview them then every achiever has got such a painful sad beginning lack of resources encouragements meagerness but sarvatma bhav se sarvatmana he tried he reached so here why I'm saying this much elaborately is I can see the feeling of Shukadevji in towards Parikshit that he don't want to leave Parikshit halfway just dying by the biting of the snake he should conquer his mrityu therefore ये परीक्षित कुछ भी करो सब कुछ करो जो चाहिए वो करो आप हृदय में भगवान विष्णु को बैठाओ केशव को हृदय में बैठाओ लाख कोशिश करो see in the hridaya when I establish my ego in the hridaya when I establish my tadatma with the panchakoshas in the hridaya when I feel with kamanas with everything I only suffer but in the hridaya लाख कोशिश करके if I establish Lord, all the sufferings also go away. Lord being Ananda Swarupa, that Ananda will be ours. Remember that Ananda is not Vishayananda or Nidrananda. It is not the Vastu Sambandhi Upadi Yuktananda. It is Atmananda. It's a Brahmananda. Being Brahman itself is Ananda there. I am infinite. I am pure existence. I am consciousness. I am eternal. That Ananda. Seek that one inside. So whatever we make in our heart, that happens. And if in heart we are establishing Jiva, Upadhi and Kamanadi, then we suffer. Say, same place, if we establish the Lord, He will remove all the Kali dosha and Papa and Dukkha, and He being Ananda Swarupa, that Ananda is experienced by us. Simple calculation. I am not Jiva bound by Upadhi to be born and die. I am the eternal self. मोक्ष हो गया Tasmat sarvatmana rajan hrudistam guru keshavam. Like, the mother when she had to feed the child. She talks so cutely, lovingly. Mere pyare, mere kana, mere puttar. Then she says, mere raja, mere rajjo. In Sanskrit, rajju means the rope. Sarpa is snake. That daughter is like a sarpa, but she calls us very rajju. Inko rajju sarpa bhranti. Sarpa rajju bhranti. So मेरे राजा मेरे लाडले मेरे राजकुमार बोलते हैं कि नहीं. If you see in that way, Shukadev ji is telling all of us, है ना. In that Punjab is मेरे राज्य, they say it like, hey Rajan, he is telling Shukadev ji to you only, those who are listening to Bhagavat. Hey Rajan, सर्वात्मना केशव हृदय करो हृदयस्थं करो. मेरे प्यारे पुत्र, इतने मेहनत करके 1000 दिन से भागवत सुन रहे हो बिना रुके. July 1st, maybe next week also 1000 days will be over. I don't know, calculate करना है. तो इतना सुन पढ़ लिया तुमने, 2 बार पढ़ रहे हो 10th स्कंद. तो हृदयस्थम कुरु केशव मेरे राजा मेरे प्यारे मेरे पुत्र. सुखदेव जी इज प्लीडिंग, ही इज रिक्वेस्टिंग. नहीं तो सारे में पानी फिर जाएगा. सब कुछ किया लेकिन होना था, वो नहीं हुआ तो क्या होगा? इज इट नॉट? अनादिवन ने नहीं, सब कुछ सीखा हमने, सीखी ना होशियारी. सब सीखा लेकिन हृदय में भगवान को बिठाना नहीं सीखा. तो फिर व्हाट हैव यू डन? सर्वात्मना हे राजन केशव हृदयस्थं कुरु. Is it helping Keshava if you do that? Is it helping the Shukadev ji? Will it help Vyasa Bhagavan? Or whom will help if I make Keshava establish in my heart? किसको मदद करेगा वो? केशव को नहीं, बताने वाले गुरु को नहीं, और देखने वाले लोगों को नहीं. It is me who is the beneficiary. केशव हृदयस्थं कुरु सर्वात्मना, है ना. ये वाला शब्द ना हम 108 बार आज शाम को घर में पढ़ेंगे. अब मैं 11 करता हूँ, यू डू इट 97 टाइम्स. ओके. तस्मात् सर्वात्मना राजन हृदयस्थं कुरु केशवम. 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 Second line I have not talked today, deliberately tomorrow we talk. Now, in a layman's language, the concluding explanation is this: कि by all efforts, instead of running behind things and beings to fulfill the desires, put all the efforts to make the Lord established in the heart in such a way that not only he removes the basic problem called as desires and all outer runnings, he gives that bliss which is never gained even by fulfilling all the desires put together. Having experienced that Hridayamaya Lord, let the whole world run behind us for seeking guidance. This should be our goal. Not seeking some bhoga and sukha, we should run behind things and beings. We establishing the Lord and the bliss given by the Lord in our heart. See to it that the people come to us for guidance. हमें भागना नहीं लोगों के पीछे, भोग के पीछे, है ना. लोग भोग के पीछे मत भागो, योग के पीछे भागो. राम भगवान को, कृष्ण को हृदय में बैठाओ. Let the world come to us. And then we tell them, yeah, I want nothing. I am enjoying my Lord in my heart. You also do the same. आप अपने पोते के नीचे मत भागो, पुलिस के पीछे चोर या चोर के पीछे पुलिस की तरह. Enough. You establish yourself in yourself, in the Lord, in devotion. Let other deserving fellows come and get that guidance from you. Enough of that nonsense. I call sheer nonsense. Because when you are talking the final words of Shukadevji of 12th Skandha, we have to talk very ruthlessly. 24 घंटे भाग ही रहे किसी के पीछे, मत लगा फोन, बस लेट हिम कॉल, यू से यू जस्ट टेक नेम ऑफ लॉर्ड, आई एम आल्सो टेकिंग, यू डोंट डिस्टर्ब मी, बस दैट्स इट. पापा आप ऐसे कैसे हो गए, एक दिन स्वामी जी ने बताया डोंट टेक माय नेम. हृदय में भगवान को बैठाओ यार, ऐसे मरे क्या, feeling all the worldly people, everything in the heart. And with same thing tomorrow, if you fill your suitcase with all dead rats and go home and open it, that only will come. You will not have a fragrance in it. So before dying with all raga, dvesha, kama, krodha, still things, अभी मेरे को तृप्ति नहीं हुआ, ये होता थोड़ी है, मूर्खता है ये सब. किसी को कहा हुआ क्या तृप्ति इस जगत में, नहीं होता वो. With all the demand, desires, ambitions, अगले जन्म में ना मैं ये करूंगा, वो एक्सेप्ट भगवान का ये होगा, दिस इज रॉन्ग. फिल द हार्ट पेटी suitcase with all the divine things before we leave the body, so that in the next life when we are given suitcase, open it, everything is divine. Whatever suitcase we brought and opened, we saw in that all Kama Krodha were there, so we went on living it. Now by God's Guru's grace, we are getting this knowledge. Now fill these ambitions of having Bhagavan's Anubhuti, and with those thoughts fill the suitcase. And who knows why next life, इसी life में if we are serious, sincere, intense, हो गया जो हमने कहा, होता होगा, और होना चाहिए, होके रहेगा. क्यों नहीं होगा, जब बहुत से लोगों को हुआ तो हमको भी होगा. That is the meaning of Hrudistam Sar Keshavam Guru. Kya? How much? Permanent के लिए temporary को छोड़ना, not the other way around. Okay. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamidachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Hari Om Sri Guru Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Guru. Always remember, whenever such topics are discussed, whether it is said or not, remember, in the Hridaya we have to establish Lord. In our outer Vyavahara, what is normally we have to do with common sense, that let us do. And what is that common sense normalcy? Do your dharma, that's it. Not doing also is wrong, doing wrong thing also is wrong. Do exactly what is to be done. सबसे बड़ा wrong क्या है? Expecting. Don't expect. Nothing should be expected. Mainly don't expect the emotional things. Somebody should love me and all that. Even if they love, you get lost in them. Then you will never love the God. You will never receive God, love from Guru and Paramatma. That also is wrong. Why should anybody love me? Let the Lord love me. That's it. भगवान का प्यार नहीं चाहिए क्या? ओम नीलमेघ श्याम कृष्ण नित्य जगन मोहन कृष्ण बाल गोपाल कृष्ण भव्य मंगल वेणुगान लोल वेदांत वेद्य नवनीत चोर भक्त जनाधार परमदया वार्ध मुक्ति संदाय कृष्ण गीतामृता भरव योगी जबार्थ सार नारायण व्यासा विष्णु योगींद्र सुखाय संसार सृष्टि. We discussed that we should have a love for everyone in the world, just to avoid the hatred and selfishness. Later on, we should love the Lord, Lord should love us. We should love the Lord in all, not anybody. That is the highest goal. बोल कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय, भागवत महापुराण की जय, श्री वेद व्यास शुकदेव सूतादि भागवताचार्य की जय. बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, सतुनाथ महाराज की जय. सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंदा गोविंद. जानकी स्मरण जय राम राम. Thank you.